What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Left Lane channel, and we're here with the 1,000 subscriber special. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Super grateful for that. Really exciting stuff for the channel, given that we weren't doing too well on the views. You know, everything, it was pretty slow growth, and then bam, we've just gone up, and the views have gone crazy, and the subscribers have gone crazy as well. So, wanted to say thanks to all of you guys for subscribing, liking the videos, commenting, all of that. But without further ado, in today's video, we're going over the top 15 most exciting fighters in the UFC right now, you know. Hitting 1,000 subscribers, I'm pretty excited. So let's talk about the most exciting UFC fighters, and I thought I would, you know, take a break from just being insulting for a change, and let's talk positive. Let's have some good vibes going, you know. So, top 15 most exciting fighters in the UFC. You guys let me know if you disagree with my picks in the comments, but we're going to get into it. So, we're going to start off with the number 15 most exciting fighter, and I've got Dricus du Plessis. So, basically, every single fight this guy is in is fucking crazy. Like, I can't think of a fight this guy's had that's boring. He's more entertaining than Izzy. He's also more African than Izzy. But, like, he looks gassed at all times, which makes it super fun, too. Like, he looks like he's gonna, like, not be able to keep fighting, and then he does, which is awesome. The Brunson fight was fucking hilarious. It was just funny as hell. The Till fight, he beat up a soy Englishman. And even that was entertaining. Like, Till came back in the second, and then he got him back down in the third, you know. The Tavares fight was sick. What else has he had? The Trevor Giles knockout. Like, he's just fun. And he bro TKO'd Whitaker. Like, who the hell does that? So, Dricus du Plessis, very entertaining fighter. Like, he lateral drops himself onto bottom position. That's all you need to know. His just awkward style is just so funny. And he's also fighting Strickland for the ownership of Africa pretty shortly at UFC 297. But we move on to the number 14 spot. It's Max Holloway. So he's the volume god. Like, when this guy's on, when this guy's throwing punches, you're glued to the edge of your seat. You're just watching. You're watching him throw punches, and you're like, this is crazy. Doesn't really knock a whole lot of people out. He knocked out Zombie, which is sad, but apart from that, he usually doesn't finish a lot of people, but he just puts volume on them, and it's so fun, you know. He's blessed with cardio, he's blessed with a chin, he's blessed with a pretty hot wife, I'll be honest. What else do we have here? We'll find out Saturday night. Like, his voice is kind of annoying, but he's exciting to watch, you know. No one can deny that Max Holloway is super exciting to watch. He's got a fucking goat chin as well, which makes it way easier, because he like, even against Poirier or Volk when he took a beating, those are still pretty fun fights. Poirier especially was fucking elite. The Allen fight was pretty solid. It got fun towards the end. Like, he assaulted Cato and Ortega. Those guys, that was just rough for them. When you get like 400 punches landed on your face, you know, it's a long night. And then the ending of the Lamas fight as well, with Ricardo Lamas, when he pointed to the ground and they just swung, that was sick. That's why we love Max Holloway. We move on to the next pick. It's Alex Pereira, Powhatan. This guy, look, he's not all-out war at all times like some of these other guys, but he just sleeps people. Like, the left hook, he's just putting people out. Flying knees, you know. He owns Israel Adesanya as well. That's pretty cool. His kickboxing's great to watch. So it's not like he's just constant output at all times, but, like, because of a combination of how good this guy's technique is, combined with his power, and you're like, he could just finish this fight at any moment. That just makes it super exciting to watch this guy fight. So Alex Pereira, super entertaining fighter. He's got elite kickboxing, as I said. He chinned Strickland, chinned Yuri, basically chinned Adesanya, but the ref saved him. Flying knee KO in the debut. Like, I've never been so interested watching someone throw leg kicks. This guy makes leg kicks interesting, you know. Izzy, he has his whole title reign based off throwing leg kicks. Pereira does it, and he's got people wobbling around looking like a geriatric old man. So that's why we love Alex Pereira. He's the number 13 most exciting fighter in the UFC, in my opinion. We move on to number 12. We've got Tommy Aspinall, the British Chad, the recently crowned interim heavyweight champion. He chinned Sergey Pavlovich. Like, that's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. He's as fast as a welterweight. Like, this guy is just so fun to watch because of how quick he is, because of how cool he moves. Like, I was going to put, like, Pavlovich or, like, Tuivasa maybe on this list, but I'm like, nah, they're too fat and plotty, and then they don't do anything until the finish, really. Like, Pavlovich especially, he's kind of measuring range, just pumping a jab in your face, and then eventually he catches you. But Tom Aspinall, you know, he just dances rings around people. He's dancing around, you know, flashing the kicks around. 1-2, quick 1-2, get out, get in. He's just super fun to watch. It's the technique as well as the excitement factor. Like, Tom Aspinall never really goes to war. Well, we've never seen it because he wins all his fights in 2 minutes. Bro's average fight time's 2 minutes. That's crazy. He just finishes the fight in 2 minutes and dips. He's got better things to do. He probably beats Jones too as well, but like, I don't know, just something about watching this guy fight. The fact that you know he's likely to get it done any minute, just because of how quick he is, how technical. He's also kind of based, kind of a chat if you heard what he said to Nina, you know, trolling her a little bit. He shut down Cyril Gane's call out as well, told him to piss off because Gane was being a little bit of a weasel. If you're not across that whole situation, you can go check out my most delusional fighters video that I did. Gane does not know how the rankings work, and then he immediately calls out Aspinall once he wins the title. But yeah, Aspinall, he's the killer of fat men, apart from Pavlovich. Everyone else is and Volkov, I guess. Everyone else is beats fat. And yeah, he mixes the martial arts, and even in the grappling, it's entertaining. Like, he straight armbarred Volkov in like 30 seconds of getting him down. That's pretty cool. So we move on to number 11. We've got Sean O'Malley, Budget Connor, Mr. Krusty the Clown, you know, with the interesting haircut, but he's really flashy and he's really cool to watch. He does have frail legs though, which is one thing. He's had some issues with, you know, his feet and his legs in the past. He not the most stable in that area, but apart from that, like, he's super sick to watch. If you watch this, like, he's so slick, he's so flashy, throwing up spinning kicks, quick 1-2s, counter shots, pull back, all of that. Bro was dribbling a basketball around the octagon against Chris Matinho, you know, that's tough. But yeah, he made a name from piecing up cans, which is honestly kind of a good thing for him. Like, that's how he got all the excitement and the flashy, like, the style around him, of just, like, the Sugar Show era, like, of just killing cans and just piecing them up and just styling on them, which is what got him the real high-profile kind of vibe. Like, that's what made everyone know who he was, because if he'd fought like 2 guys and then bam, like top 15, he's not going to be styling on top 15 guys, and then he probably doesn't get a name and someone's like, oh, this guy's just a solid striker. But because he made a name off just killing all these cans, getting walk-off KOs, all of that, sick finishes, now he's got the fame, now he's got the style, and then they jump him up straight away to Jan, and then he has a sick fight with Jan, which is also why he's in this list, because he has now gone to war. But previously, it was just can crushing, and then the Aljo fight, obviously. But that Jan fight really brought him up here, you know. We've seen he's got a solid chin, he can go to war, you know. But he's a cool guy, apart from the fact that he's a bit of a cuck. He needs to sort out his relationship, though. But yeah, he loses to Sandhagen, I'll leave it on that. We move on. Oh, he also chinned an Oscar-winning actor. We move on to number 10, Brandon Royval. Pound for pound best nickname in the sport, you know, Raw Dog. We love Brandon Royval. He's just always fun. By default, you know, he's a flyweight. He's crazy to watch. He goes for crazy shit, guillotines, flying knees, all of this stuff, spinning elbows. You can see them all on the screen. And half the time it works and half the time it doesn't. And either way, you get seeing someone get finished. So that's pretty cool. He's about to go 0-2 against Pantoja, but apart from that, you know, I like Royval. I'm going to be rooting for Pantoja because I like Pantoja, but Royval's pretty cool. Like, he kneed Nikolau's head into the fucking clouds. He subbed Schnell after getting dropped, you know. Schnell's mum died a few weeks before. John Anik actually told me that. Kaikara front sequence was crazy, you know, when he got dropped with the right hand and then spinning elbow and then went for a knee, which was illegal, and then almost ended up in like a Goga Plata position. Like, it's just crazy to watch. The scrambles, all of it. First Pantoja fight was sick as well. 87% finish rate, and yeah, Brandon Royval is a pretty cool guy, you know, we like him. We move on to number 9, Brandon Moreno, I'm an idiot. He's the superior Brandon, you know, he's up, he beat Brandon Royval, but they're both pretty cool, you know. He's Mexican, like Nuff said, he's just gonna be fun, that's how it works. All his fights are wars, I swear, like the Figgy fights, Kaikara France, Pantoja, the whole lot. He's just scrapping all the time. He's probably gonna get fucking chinned at some point, because like there's no way you can just keep getting into wars. But yeah, Pantoja's son, the Figgy quadrilogy was sick. Like, that kind of saved the flyweight division, and then towards the end it kind of got dead. But now with Pantoja, we got a new champion, new like contenders, all of that. So now flyweight's getting back into it, but it was a bit dead for a period of time. Like when Cejudo left, Figueiredo and Moreno, you know, they saved the division. So We like them. Their fights were sick. The first and third fights were sick. Moreno subbed him in the second one, and then the fourth fight was a bit anticlimactic, but still pretty crazy. This guy got assaulted by Brazilians for winning when he beat Figgy. That's tough. Scrambles, all of that. He owns Kai Kara France as well, and he would beat Amir Albazi. Also, constant output makes it fun to watch. We move on to number 8, Diego Lopez, you know. He's a recent addition to the UFC roster, but he's a welcome one at that, and he's one that a lot of the fans are already liking, you know. 3 fights in the UFC, already a fan favourite. This guy's sick. Brazilian Chad, you know, he's got the emo cut, brings a bit of personality, bit of flair into the octagon, you know. Arguably beat Evloev on 4 days' notice. Like, I rewatched that fight a few times. I know you can't say it's a robbery. Obviously, Evloev did win 2 rounds to 1, but there's an argument to make, and given that, if you looked at the scorecards, it was 2 29-28s for Evloev and a 30-27, which was bullshit. But the 2 29-28s, they gave Lopez alternating rounds. So does that not say that there was an argument that Lopez won the first and the third? First round, I definitely think he won. He had the armbar, I'm pretty sure. He rocked him on the feet as well. I guess the judges just looked at control time. Obviously, Movsar won the second. But then in the third round, he had a really good Kimura attempt and then a few knee bars as well at the end. So he almost beat Movsar Evloev, which is crazy. Then 2 months later or something, 3 months later, flying triangle, walk-off armbar. That was sick. Then he killed Pat Sabatini the other day. Like, he's already a fan favourite. Everyone loves this guy. Who doesn't like this guy? If you don't like Diego Lopez, let me know. And I'm going to get everyone that watches this video to go harass you. He's like the Rookie of the Year. 3 fights, 2 wins, but 1 close fight against Evloev, you know. He's made a name for himself already. In my opinion, he beats a bunch of the top 15 guys already. I think he's clearly top, 10 caliber as of right now. Future champ, I think. Down the road, I think he'll definitely fight for a belt. And he's exciting everywhere, you know. This guy, grappling makes it fun as well. He's not like one of those soy jiu-jitsu guys that just sits on their ass and just plays guard. Like, he full shoots shit up at you. He'll snap your arm off. He'll break your leg. We love Diego Lopez. We move on to the number 7 spot. It's Yair Rodriguez. Again, Mexican, enough said. This guy's just always exciting. He might be the best offensive striker in the UFC. Like, this guy's output when he's flowing, when he's throwing kicks and stuff, it's some of the most entertaining shit to watch. His taekwondo, his karate, all of that, all his kicks are fucking crazy. He had a war with Holloway, war with Zombie where he got the sick elbow comeback. Smoked Josh Emmett. He's super flashy, you know. Like, even against Volk, he was giving him a bit of trouble in that third round before Volk got the finish. He got folded by Volk, but that's fine. You know, video game techniques. Like, as Charles Sunnett said, Yair Rodriguez, he looks like a video game character. Like, this guy just throws the most random shit. You're like, what the hell? Look at these images. Like, you're like, what is this guy doing? He's throwing spinning back kicks, he's throwing side kicks to the face, he's throwing upwards elbows, he's throwing jumping teeps, he's throwing fucking cartwheel kicks. Like, this guy's nuts. He executed BJ Penn as well, which is rough. But yeah, Yair Rodriguez, super entertaining guy. We love watching him fight. We move on to the number 6 spot. We've got Michael Chandler. He might be the most retarded fighter in the sport, and that is why he's up here on this list. He is so dumb, and that makes him so entertaining. I think he's had 5 fights, correct me if I'm wrong. Dan Hooker, Oliveira, Poirier, Gaethje, and Ferguson. Yeah, he's had 5 fights. All of them have been entertaining. He chinned Hooker in his debut, and then he almost beat Oliveira and then got chinned because Oliveira's just that guy. Then he had the war with Gaethje, which was sick, fight of the year. Then he killed Tony, which is tough. And then he had the great fight with Poirier, where if he hadn't been stupid and overcommitted on a takedown, then he wouldn't have got reversed, and he wins that fight because he was dominating Poirier in the grappling. This guy could probably be champion if he had fight IQ, but he doesn't. So I guess, as Kanye West said, I guess we'll never know. He's here for a good time, not a long time. This guy's basically just trying to speedrun a Hall of Fame career. Fan favorite in terms of fighting style, I don't know. I don't know if everyone's a big fan of his act outside the cage. You know, he collects black kids. That's tough. Interesting things going on in the Chandler household. But, you know, he's holding out for Conor. Fair play to him. He wants that money fight. You know, he's running low on money. Needs to buy some more black kids. But he puts 100% effort into everything, which is just cool to watch. Like, it's not recommended in terms of being a good fighter, but look at this image against Poirier. He full piston squatted this guy up in the air and lifted him up over his head. Like, ineffective as hell. You could have just taken him down with a normal takedown, but he gets himself finished as a result of doing dumb shit, you know? Like, just slamming Oliveira down onto the ground with a body triangle. Like, cool, bro. You just gave him a better position. But yeah, he's awesome. We love Chandler. His fights are sick. And rare Bellator W, you know? All the other Bellator fighters kind of suck, let's be real. But yeah, this guy's pretty cool. We like Michael Chandler. We move on to number 5. I've got Benoit Saint Denis. If you guys haven't been seeing this channel recently, you wouldn't know. But if you have, you'd know I love Benoit Saint Denis. He's one of my favorite fighters. Probably top 5, maybe even top 3. Could be a stretch, but I love this guy. He's so entertaining to watch. He's a French Chad. He's the god of war. He just breaks people, you know. Pressures you. He just runs you down. If you watch the Bonfim fight, the Moises fight, even the Frivola fight towards the end of the finish, he just pressures you and just runs across the octagon. Like, he just charges at you and just spams body kicks, which is crazy. He kicked Frivola's head into the trenches, you know. Smoked Moises. He derailed Bonfim's hype. Just spams the body kicks. His southpaw just shoots those fucking left kicks into your ribs. I think he broke Bonfim's arm too, which is tough. And then he said post-fight, he's like, I wanted to break his arm. It's like, that's W Benoit Saint Denis, you know. Break your opponent's arm. Fuck that guy. He also makes grappling fun. He's not like a lay and pray, one of those knee huggers that just fucking, like, just knees your thigh and shit. Like, he'll actually throw ground and pound. He'll break you down. He'll go for position. He'll take you back. He'll choke you out like he did with Bonfim, you know. He killed Gabriel Miranda as well, which is pretty fun. He'll fight for a belt eventually. I have very high confidence in saying that. He'll at least, at the very minimum, he'll be a top 5 fighter. And, like, 20, maybe not that far, but, like, 2020, like, 8... this guy's going to still be sticking around in the top 5, top 10 in the lightweight division. So we love Benoit Saint Denis. I was considering him having up higher because, like, literally all of this guy's fights are fun and he's just so cool to watch. But I decided to go with some people that have been around for a bit longer, you know. So we move on to one of those guys that has been around for a bit longer. Number 4, Dustin Poirier, the Diamond. Crazy to watch. This guy, he's got elite boxing, pretty much goes to war a lot of the time. Gaethje fight, Chandler fight, Dan Hooker fight, Alvarez, Connor, the whole lot. Korean Zombie even, like, Holloway. This guy just goes to war with everyone. He's got great boxing, and if you think your boxing's better than his, he will prove you wrong. Justin's a scumbag, man. Connor's a scumbag, man. He's a dirtbag. That's the one funny thing about Poirier. Every fucking fight, even if he wins, we're like, this guy's a scumbag, man. He beats Chandler. He still can't help but shit talking. This guy's a scumbag, man. He put his fingers in my mouth, man. But he's always in great scraps. We love watching Poirier fight. I don't know. I'm not like a massive Poirier fan in terms of, like, I don't know, just seems like a bit annoying. But no denying this guy's fighting style is fucking amazing. He chinned Connor, subbed Chandler. He chins a lot of guys. But yeah, Gaethje fight, he chinned him in the first fight and then got chinned back. So, got, bitch. Sorry. But great chin, always in scraps, as I said. Dan Hooker war was crazy. But, like, I don't know, this guy's just annoying. Like, I know we're trying to be positive here, but, like, he has a fight of the year with Dan Hooker, and then afterwards, like, how about that, Dan? Yeah, man, how about that? Like, bro, just let him go, man. He was close fight. It was a good scrap. Like, just let him have it, man. You already won. But yeah, Dustin Poirier is a great fighter, man. We move on to number 3, Charles do Bronx. The man himself, the myth, the legend, the blonde-haired Chad. The title reign was probably, his title reign against Chandler, Poirier, and Gaethje was potentially the most entertaining 3-fight streak ever. Like, tell me another 3 fights in a row, not 3 fights in a whole career. Obviously, that would be easy. But tell me 3 fights in a row from a guy in a title, like, picture that have been as entertaining as his fights against Chandler, Poirier, and Gaethje. They were absolutely nuts. Chandler fight, the comeback in the second round was sick. Poirier fight, he got beat. That output, they threw like 50 strikes each in the first round. Then he took him down and then subbed him in the third. So this guy's awesome. The Gaethje fight was 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Probably the most entertaining 200 seconds of fighting ever. Like, got dropped twice, then dropped Gaethje, rocked him early in the first round, pulled guard at one point, had him in a bit of trouble, and then drops him across the octagon and subs him. Like, that was probably the most action-packed 3 minutes ever. 91% finish rate. This guy's crazy. Pure aggression. He might be the most entertaining grappler in the sport. Like, This guy makes grappling fun. He will submit you. That's just what's going to happen. Like, oh, he's so cool, man. I love Oliveira. And then he smoked Dariush as well. After losing to Islam, he came back, smoked Dariush. He tells like, who is the champion? Charles the Bronx. So we love Oliveira, man. Great fighter. We move on to number 2. It's Jiri Prochazka. He's a Euro Chad. He's got a pretty cool haircut, if I do say so myself. But let's talk about his fighting and why he's the number 2 most entertaining fighter, you know. This guy fights like he has autism, and he probably does, and I'm here for it. Defense does not exist according to this man. Look at this elite defense. He's got his hands over his cock. He's clearly defending the nut shot that he knows is coming, and just eats a punch straight to the forehead. That's some good defense if I've ever seen it. Fight of the year against Glover, that was crazy. Best light heavyweight fight of all time. I don't want to hear about Jones-Gus. That fight was mid for like 2 rounds. Didn't even get KO'd by Pereira. You know, this guy's chin is crazy. Got rocked bad by Glover, got dropped, and he got finished by Pereira, but he didn't get put out. He got back up straight away. He did say he was out, but like, this guy goes out in fights and wins. He got KO'd by an up kick and then just survived. He just lived. Like, bro just stood up and was okay with it. But killed Reyes, killed Ozdemir. He's awkward as hell. Like, you can't game plan for this guy, and that is why he's so entertaining to watch. He's captivating because he's just throwing the most random shit. Like, with like the real technical guys, like, they're great to watch technically. Like, you can look at them and say, this is who I should be fighting like. No one looks at Yuri and says, yeah, I should fight like this guy. But in terms of just spectacle to watch, this guy is fucking amazing. So, he's the number 2 guy. But we move on to the number 1 spot. I shouldn't think it would be any doubt. I guess you could have Yuri at number 1. I wouldn't hate you for that. But the number 1 guy is Dustin Gaethje, in my opinion. The highlight himself, this guy is pure aggression as a result of CTE and intergenerational copper poisoning. That has resulted in this guy being an absolute maniac in the cage. If one person boos, or if like he hears a moment where the whole crowd's not cheering, he just goes full-blown spastic and just like starts throwing fucking uppercuts, starts throwing cartwheel kicks and shit, rolling thunders. Like, what is this image that I'm seeing on my screen? Anyway, yeah, this guy's never boring. Tell me a boring fight of Dustin Gaethje. Like, the Khabib fight was still fun as hell, and that was probably the least action-packed fight this guy's had, and even that was amazing. Like, Michael Johnson debut, and you're like, okay, this guy's immediately, you know he's crazy. Alvarez, even though he lost, Poirier, Barboza, Vic, Cerrone, he killed all of them 3. I'm probably going to forget a couple, but like, Ferguson, he derailed his long streak, which was kind of sad. He started Ferguson's downfall, which is kind of a rip. Then he lost to Khabib. Then he came back. I think then the next fight was the fight of the year with Chandler. Then he fights Oliveira for the belt, which was crazy. Then he fights Fiziev, you know, turns back Fiziev. BMF attitude, you know, no one was accepting. None of the top 5 guys were accepting a fight out of the top 5. This guy did it, and he beat Fiziev in a war. You just can't out-brawl this guy, I swear to God. He beats everyone in a brawl except for Oliveira. And then he fought Dustin Poirier, of course, for the BMF belt and chinned him with a head kick. This guy, like, he's just cool to watch. Uppercuts, backflips, crazy shit, power for days, you know. We love Dustin Gaethje. Super entertaining fighter, there's no doubt about that at all. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the video done, guys. You let me know if you agree. I think that list is pretty solid, you know. That's 15. There's probably a couple guys I could have included and leave out a few other ones, but hopefully at least the top 10 was pretty good. Like, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, of course. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers, as always. Wanted to say that again. Pretty crazy, honestly. Like, start of the month, literally start of November, I was getting like 70 views a video, like had like 65 subscribers, 70 subscribers, and then bang, that most boring fighters video just blew up, and then I've got 1,000, I think I'm at like 1,100 now. Don't know what it will be at the time when I post this, but crazy stuff for that. Thank you, appreciation to all of you guys. Yeah, but if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Otherwise, Yiri Prochazka will scream in your ear while you're asleep, and you don't want that to happen. Also, like. Otherwise, Jailton Almeida will lay on top of you for 25 minutes. Comment. Otherwise, Benoit and Denis will throw a grenade down your chimney. Share the video. Otherwise, you have to play Lego with Brandon Moreno for 10 hours. And follow my Instagram, LeftLaneMMA. Otherwise, Brandon Royval will raw dog you, and you don't want that to happen. Well, maybe you do. I don't know what you guys are into. But that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, like, subscribe, as I said, all of that. Leave a comment on your top 15. I'll try and respond to all of them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.